Now go back to Walter Reed.
Well, if you look at Walter Reed, the problems they had up there, where the guys in there wasn't getting the proper treatment and all the nastiness that was going on up there, and how the treatment was, and the building nasty and everything else. How do you get one of the best hospitals in the country to go that bad and nobody see nothing? And that's ran by it's like McGuire, run by the United States government. They ain't just supposed to be a fly-by-night place.
So what do you suggest that we do? I know.
Now you say we, who you talking about as we?
Well, I have volunteered at the VA. I've worked with a lot of veterans. But the first step that I would take is to go to Roanoke, Virginia, because that's where the Hall of Records are. That's usually where they pull up records and start investigations and things. But recently, I've heard horror stories on how the veterans, all of them, no matter what color they are, they've been turned down for help. Now, I salute you guys because I know how powerful you are. And I know that because of what you did and the sacrifices you made, people still live in America because of you and all over the world.
But you got to look at the fact that being black in America, the racial game is played with us 24 hours a day. When are we going to deal with the issues? If you know something is wrong, if you know all these things, all these things going on, then what you going to do with it?
Y'all can call the police. I got my cell phone. Call the police on it. Jamie's scared to come over here now.
Lawrence,
be in jail.
Lawrence, go on the other side. You see me recording.
I'm sorry. Oh, I ain't know you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. Hatcher.
But what we got to look at now, a couple months ago, I went outside with a picket sign. I told some people what I'm going to do. Nobody came out there with me. I'm out there with the picket sign by myself. Now, if veterans...
At the picket sign where?
At the VA. Now, if I'm outside with a sign complaining about the treatment we getting over there and the mistreatment, ain't nobody but me out there with the picket sign. Now, every day they're going in the place being mistreated. What is wrong with us? You see me out there with a picket sign, but then again, I ain't well known in Richmond.
Yes, you are,
No,
Mr. Hatcher. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm out there by myself. I'm a troublemaker. Now they get a committee together up in the hospital to look at what I'm talking about. But the committee ain't a committee to deal with the truth. The committee is a committee to try to hide something.
Uh-huh.
So now I got to switch up and say, all right, you asked me not to go out there and pick it. You assign somebody in this hospital to work with me to find out some answers to the problems. The person you assigned to work with me is working for you. They're not interested in my problem. They're not interested in what I'm saying. So now I got to tell you, that person you appointed to work with me, you unappoint them because I don't want to deal with them. I have nothing to deal with them about because they're not working in my interests. All right? So now I got to fire that individual and I got to start anew on the issues I'm talking about.
Wow, I didn't know about your little protest because I'd have been right there.
It was in the paper.
I didn't read the paper. I have not read the paper. Oh, they just suck.
And they done a picture and everything. But then it don't about it. It's like years ago I complained.
And who was the reporter? What you call him? With his dumb.
No, they had two people. The girl come out and took pictures of me out there. And a guy, I was familiar with him working at the Richmond Free Press. He done the story.
Let me take a guess. What is that sucker's name?
I don't remember the fellow's name.
That caused me the gadfly.
Well, you talking about what's his name?
We'll think of his name.
You talking the boy
The
been there so
reporter
long.
that everybody loves to hate with his nasty Jewish self.
You talking about what's his name? I can't think of his name. He's been there a long time.
Oh yeah, the ventriloquist. Mr. Boone talks through him. The one that lives in my district.
He lives in this district now.
His name isn't even important. I can't even call it off the top of my head.
Think of his name.
Jeremy Lazarus.
But
That piece of shit.
he married a black girl. Didn't
Yeah, he married a black girl because with no Jewish family let him in. With no Jewish family let that sucker in their family. He had to marry a black girl if he was gonna ever get married.
Is he still married?
And smoke 3 cigarettes at a time. I ain't never seen a juggling act like that in my life. I never seen an act like that in my life, Mr. Hatch.
But you know, it's a lot going on when nobody sees nothing. You know, you go to somebody and you complain about a particular problem, and they talk to you like what you talking about don't exist. You know, don't exist. Wait a minute, what do you mean it don't exist? You such a good doctor that you got all the answers, and you ain't got none. You gonna talk to me like I'm some dummy that got out the tree. I'm saying. So I'm still right now, we having meetings and all, and the game being played to try to silence us. So now I got to change the game plan.
So when is your next meeting, Mr. Hatcher?
Well, that's strange because usually they set up the next meeting when we're having a meeting. This time they didn't set up another meeting. The woman come in and she told me how many people she want to be on a committee. The hell, you can't even do that. How you gonna come tell me how many people you want to put on the committee when you haven't talked it over with none of us as to maybe what you need to do? So in other words, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. So now I need to go back and go a different route on them. You know, you're gonna appoint somebody to help me that ain't gonna do nothing for me but work against me. That ain't gonna work.
No, it's not.
That's not gonna work. Not with me.
Do you have to be a veteran in order to sit on a committee, Mr. Hatcher?
I wouldn't think so. I think anybody as a citizen that sees something wrong could come to the meeting and voice their opinion as to what they know about anything.
Well, you know I'm a volunteer and I'm in the health field. Have been that, done that. But I would like to sit on a committee, Mr. Hatcher.
Well,
So the next time that they set up a meeting, you have my number now. You call me and let me know in advance so that I can get on there. As a matter of fact, I would like to do an interview with you tomorrow at the VA over there. Didn't you say you had to go to the VA tomorrow?
yeah, I need to go over there and do some things tomorrow. I got some plans to do several things. I want to get in touch with the senator, both senators, and I want to get in touch with the congressman and write them a letter as to what's going on and ask for help in trying to solve it, because those are services we were promised by the Senate and Congress, and they should be given to us. I mean, we're not talking about doing nothing wrong. We're talking about being treated decent.
That's right.
I mean, that's not being done. You know, but like I say, now you have to look at the fact. I go to the hospital over there. The fact is, how many black doctors do they have treating the patients over there? Now, I'd say to you, a black doctor could treat any nationality, but when you don't have, when I ask the question, how many black doctors you got in this hospital, if I ask the question, how many black male doctors do you have? In other words, I'm talking to women doctors, and I'm seeing a lot of static. In other words, I'm seeing, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Well, if I'm the guy paying you, you need to talk to me. You just don't do what you wanna do. So it's a lot going on. And, do you know what goes on with certain people? Do you realize the realization of what racism is all about? Yeah, you can look and see I'm black, but do you take into account that what you have done to people over the years, how it affects them? If I'm black, if I'm a black man, and I got a wife and I got 8 kids, I need to feed them.
That's right.
Can I walk out and talk like I like to talk, or do I have to play a game in order to take care of my family and feed them and try to figure out how to maybe get money to send them to college or get whatever help I need? There's a lot to it. It's a lot to it.
Well, Mr. Hatcher, yesterday I was at St. Mary's and I met a couple of non-black veterans along your age, young man, and they are willing to come and join forces because, like I said to them, the war is right here in America now. The war is at home, on the home front.
The war always been in America.
Sure. But for the veterans, the neglect, the abuse, and all of that will no longer be tolerated.
But you got to look at.
Hold on a minute, please.